Hi guys, welcome back to Aaron's Vegan Vida. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make al pastor nachos but vegan. I'm going to really highlight how to make nacho cheese here today. I'm topping these nachos with my al pastor recipe that I have actually already filmed but as tacos when my channel was just a baby channel. Sadly, I was still learning how to film, so my video is all over the place, so I'm just going to simplify it and redo it for you guys here. And the reason why I'm actually filming this video is because Food Beast from TikTok and Instagram and Facebook actually reached out to me and asked me to compete in one of their video food competitions. They have never done a vegan one, so I agreed. It was like a challenge and I chose to do al pastor nachos, so I took the opportunity and I was like, well, I might as well film it for you guys in a full video. So here it is, and I hope you guys really enjoy this recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Okay friends, so to make the nacho cheese, I will be using 2 Idaho medium-sized potatoes, 1 medium-sized carrot, alongside 1/3 cup of the pickling liquid from a pickled jalapeños can, and roughly about 10-ish jalapeno slices. You can add more or less of these 2 ingredients. It doesn't make it too spicy, but it does add the nacho vibe. And I'm also adding in 3/4 of a cup of some raw cashews. If you don't have a high-speed blender, be sure to soak them overnight. Now for the main cheese flavor, the most important ingredient, 1/3 of a cup of nutritional yeast. For spices, keeping it simple with 1/2 tablespoon of some salt and an optional 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric for color. Lastly, adding in 1 cup of unsweet plant milk of your choice. I'm going to peel my veggies and chop them right up to cook them until soft for blending. I do want to note that if you don't want to soak cashews overnight, you can quick soak them with the veggies. They will soften up with the boiling water. Okay, so now that my veggies are fork tender, I'm gonna throw everything into my blender and puree until smooth. And there you guys have it. Honestly, this is my absolute favorite way to make nacho cheese sauce. It always comes out so velvety, so delicious, and I'll be heating it up in my pot when I'm ready to serve the actual nachos. Alright, so now for the pastor recipe, nothing new here. Like I said, I filmed this before on my channel, but as tacos, I am using a package of soy curls by Butler Foods. I'll link them down below in the description. They come dehydrated and I hydrate them for 5 minutes with boiling water. While the soy curls soak, let's prep the dry guajillo chilies. I'm deseeding and deveining them. Once cleaned, I'm gonna submerge them with some boiling water as well to soften them up for easier blending. While they soak, let's get back to the soy curls. It's super simple. I like to drain them and squeeze out any excess moisture. As you can see, they do come in long strips, so I like to break them up just a tad so the pastor meat chunks isn't too large. Okay, now setting that aside while I do the guajillo sauce. As you can see, the peppers softened up really well with the water. I'm using 1/3 cup of the guajillo liquid and tossing that in my blender alongside the 9 softened guajillo chilies, 1/4 of a cup of white vinegar. And for spices, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 tablespoon of oregano, and 1 whole bay leaf. Lastly, 4 garlic cloves and blend until completely smooth. I like to make my al pastor with some pineapple. You can use fresh or canned pineapple, and the amount is based on your preference and how sweet you want it. You can add anything between 3 to 6 slices. The pineapple adds a nice sweet touch, and I like to grill mine up a bit first and then just roughly chop them. And there's the grilled diced pineapple and some diced onion that I will be adding into the pastor in a bit. On a hot saute pan, I added in 1 tablespoon of oil with the soy curls and sauteed them for a bit until browned, just a tad to remove any excess moisture. And then adding in the guajillo sauce that we made earlier and just mix thoroughly. Now adding in 1 tablespoon of some seasoning salt to the pastor. You can also add salt to taste. Lastly, I'm adding in half a cup of diced onion and the grilled pineapple from earlier. Okay, so now I'm gonna cook this on medium heat for 35 to 45 minutes until charred and until the red sauce turns almost like a deep burgundy. It should look like this when ready. I do love it when it has those charred spots. Now I'm not gonna go too into detail, but here's some clips on how I make a quick guacamole and a quick pico de gallo. Feel free to eyeball the measurements to your liking, but I did measure it for you guys. Alright friends, so now time to assemble the nachos. I like to use restaurant style tortilla chips, the ones that look and taste like homemade fried tortillas. Serving it up with the pico, some homemade cashew sour cream. I'll link it in the description down below. Some delicious guacamole and the warmed up nacho cheese sauce. As you can see, the nacho cheese sauce made roughly like 2 medium mason jar servings, so it did make a good amount. Also some homemade refried beans, linked in the description as well. Now to assemble, I'm doing a large platter today. First adding in the chips, the cheese, the beans of course, the al pastor, some sour cream drizzle, the pico de gallo, some guacamole, and there you guys have it. I went ahead and added some fresh jalapeno slices, and wow, these nachos are out of this world, guys. You guys really need to try them. The nacho cheese sauce is killer. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, both under Irems Vegan Vida, and let's be friends.